the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Our featured matchup tonight in Chicago, where the Bulls will be going up against the Golden State Warriors. And for Golden State, they must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. We'll be expecting a major air raid here in tonight's game. Two teams that live and die by the long ball. Shaq, we talk about how great three-point shooting helps you spread the floor. Tell us why that's a good idea.
Ernie, extra space can lead to more open shots. And when the guys are knocking them down, makes it harder to double guys on the block.
But you think about it, Ernie. When you can shoot that three ball, that means the defense has to come out, which creates so many driving lanes and mismatches all over the floor. This is one for the ages.
So that's how they beat us in 94, 95.
Oh, yeah. we started that.
Yeah.
We started that.
With Kenny's long-range marksmanship.
Yep.
Game's just about ready to start. Time now to send it to Kevin Harlan with the call.
I stopped counting after 7.
That's a record, right?
Yeah, I stopped counting.
We've got a capacity crowd here at the United Center. It's Wednesday Night Basketball, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Draymond Green's competitive fire is one of the big keys for the Warriors. He said, "That's one of my biggest responsibilities, to be the vocal and emotional leader of this team. We have a lot of guys that are more on the quiet side. If nobody was willing to take that role, we'd just be a bunch of church mice. I thought, why not me? It's a natural for me anyway." Kevin?
He's the glue that holds the team together, DA. Always important to have a guy who can fire up his teammates. And a couple of teams who like to shoot the long ball in tonight's game. Brent, how does great three-point shooting help the rest of your offense maneuver?
Well, you and I, Kevin, have talked about this several times, and it's about the accordion effect of manipulating a defense, pulling them in and out. So if you can extract any part of an interior defense by pulling the center or power forward away to opening up the lane, that's where three-point shooting absolutely becomes devastating.
And what's great about that is you used to play the accordion as a young lad. Now Golden State's starting 5. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. And it's Cousins in at the 5. Green. Out to Thompson. Over Levine. Thompson with the bucket.
Yeah, defense. This is your coach calling. Could you find Klay Thompson? Thank you.
Now here's Dunn, guarded by Curry. Parker, a screen on Green. Levine kicks to Lopez. The shot comes out. Nice D from Cousins. And here's Thompson. He had 13 points in the win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Holiday with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Dunn with it. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Parker's shot is off. Chicago on defense. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Now, here's Dunn, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Holiday gets the bucket.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't D him up on the perimeter.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. At the elbow, it's Cousins. Lays it up off the glass.
Man, when he goes to work inside, Kevin, it's just unstoppable. What a force.
Parker's shot is off.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
To the middle. Curry passes to Green. Taken away by Holiday. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against Cleveland.
Away from home, you got to execute, and they did that flawlessly.
Never really perfect on the offensive end, and probably one or two possessions they'd love to have back, but on the whole, a tremendous synergy on offense.
Now here's Levine. 23 points for him the last game against Miami.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Curry kicks to Cousins. Pass to Durant. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Now there's some explosiveness inside Kevin Durant. He shows it off there.
And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. Now here's Dunn. And Holiday kicks to Levine. The pass to Parker. Shoots over Cousins. Offensive rebound. Now the feed to Holiday. Lopez, a screen on Curry. Levine wide open. Lopez dishes to Parker. Good. Parker's got his first points of the night.
Pretty calm in the paint there from Jabari, taking his time and getting the shot that he wanted.
Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. Thompson against Levine. The shot by Thompson, no good. Chicago leading. Outside Holiday. Now here's Dunn. He's tightly guarded. Then Holiday with the basket on the assist from Dunn. Holiday's got a couple of threes now in the first for the Bulls. The Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip.
And for many years, the Chicago Bulls were viewed as a model franchise. Always were competitive and in the hunt for a title. But this current version just can't escape turmoil from within.
Now here's Dunn, guarded by Curry. Levine against Thompson. Passes it to Dunn. 6 on the shot clock. Cans it from downtown. Parker's got 5 now.
Well, Jabari was ready to fire that one. You could see feet set, and he let it rip.
Curry kicks to Durant. Screen by Cousins. Parker against Durant. Back to Curry. Three-pointer. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Because Steph moves so well, anytime he can get some separation, he starts to feel once he gets the ball, he's going to find some points.
Dunn kicks to Parker. Parker sets the screen for Holiday. Lopez a screen. And Levine, here we go. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Some guys just take pride in how they set screens. It might seem like a small part of the game, but as you saw there, it can have a huge impact in getting a shooter an open look at the basket.
And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still.
And one of the pieces of the Jimmy Butler trade this offseason, Zach LaVine finds himself as a prime building block for a rebuilding team. The Bulls see him as a star of the future.
And rightfully so, even given the fact that he's recovering from the ACL surgery. LaVine is young and can grow his game with the team. Hard to get fair value for a player of Butler's ability, but LaVine is a great place to start.
And for a long time, a lot of people would come up to me, including my dad, and tell me he was the face of the Warriors franchise. But after what Steph Curry has done, he has to be the face at this point. So many accolades and leading the team now to 2 titles in 3 years.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good by Curry. You know, Brent, Curry, arguably one of the best players in the NBA, as you were talking about moments ago. Certainly one of the best ever to play for the Warriors.
Well, there's no doubt that he's one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time. And you think about how it is that Curry started his career, the ankle problems at Golden State, allowing him to sign a contract, really undervalued at the time. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry, one of the players who's a face not only of the Warriors, but of the league itself.
Now, here's Parker. 23 points for him the last game against Miami. Outside Curry. Feeds it to Durant. Dishes it to Cousins. Golden State moving it around. Yep, it counts. And it's 7 points for Steph Curry.
Steph is getting better at scoring inside the three-point line. Just an offensive powerhouse.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Payne kicks to Holiday. He dishes it to Parker. Over West. Another miss by Parker.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
And another momentum shift. These teams going back and forth all night.
Yeah, which team's going to find some consistency first? Neither one can pull away.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 6. Durant with the steal. Outside Curry. Back to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
A tremendous job by Steph Curry there, getting the ball over quickly to the open man, not letting that lane close down.
Now here's Payne, guarded by Curry. They set the screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Kevon Looney comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Livingston in for Kevin Durant. Here's Looney. Curry on the wing. To the paint. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Kilpatrick. Off the left rim and out.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
Love the way that Sean Livingston goes to work when he's on the floor. He knows exactly what his strengths are and how to run an offense. He can act as a scorer at times and usually does it from that mid-range post area. As a guard, not many three-point shots, but devastating from about 8 feet out.
The Warriors making a switch here. McCaw's checked in.
One shot.
Free throw good, Livingston. And with the height that Sean Livingston has, he provides a mismatch for smaller guards. Also can pass right over the top of him. Brett, I got to tell you, he reminds me a bit of how you used to play.
Well, there's no way that I had that kind of post game, Kevin, but it's very nice of you. I appreciate that. Sean does a great job, however, of finding the spots on the floor where he can be most effective. He does not try to do things whenever he's not at that 12 to 16 foot range where he does most of his damage.
Clock at 6. McCaw kicks to Iguodala. Rebound by the Bulls.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
Bulls trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
There's the pick. Here's Kilpatrick. Against Miami, he was really on his game. Count that one.
I give some credit to the screen out there. That totally freed up the shooter to take advantage of that look.
Warriors leading by 5. Now here's Iguodala. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Unloads from 13. Good work there as it goes.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Kilpatrick. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. It's deflected.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
McCaw, the pass to Livingston. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Warriors.
And the three-point shot was a huge part of their game plan. When it was falling, it made them very hard to defend. Opponents were stretched out all over the place.
Pass to McCaw. Picked by West. There's the triple.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Now here's Payne, guarded closer. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. They set the pick. Here's Zipser. It's rebounded by West. Warriors leading by 7. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Fires the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
Well, Iguodala setting up, getting that good, strong base. He becomes a much better shooter when he does that.
Now here's Payne. He's covered closely.
Go back over the history of the Warriors, and something I'm quite familiar with growing up in the Bay Area. The fans of this team really suffered through a lot, now enjoying the golden age of Golden State Warrior basketball.
The Bulls have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
And that one misses. Well, you look at this Warriors team, so many players with height that can hit a 3, bring the ball up court, and create a shot for someone else. Actually, Brent, it sounds a lot like you. That being said, do retired players ever dream of playing on a team like this talented?
Well, I think a lot of guys always think about when they're watching an NBA team play, especially ones that play a style with which you were very familiar with, that they want to put themselves out there on the floor and run the break and shoot threes. And yeah, I'm a little jealous about the way the Warriors go about their business. It would be a ton of fun to be spotted up with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry sitting out there on the wing.
Just active defensively here, being extremely disruptive.
Like the aggressiveness and a great effort just to get a hand on it.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first. McCaw with the bucket.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Portis kicks to Markkanen. There's the steal. To the middle. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala. And as always, the mid part of the NBA season, quite a grueling part of the schedule. Right now, let's check out how the standings are shaping up in the East. Take a look at the Cavaliers, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And checking out Chicago, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
Still some chances to find some positives as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
There's a screen. McCaw kicks to Livingston. 6 to shoot. Shot left block. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Payne. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Warriors ahead, leading by 14. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And, guys, we've seen the Warriors really take control here.
The chemistry through the roof, and it's allowed them to build this huge lead after one.
All parts are working together, even the guys who have not put the points on the board making their subtle contributions.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Portis. He's out there with Markkanen, and it's Payne in at the point guard position.
How about Iguodala's focus on that play? That was amazing. Didn't let the defense get to him one bit.
And for the last few seasons, we've seen where Andre Iguodala's role on offense has diminished. You know, he still contributes, but tends to defer a bit more there. And one thing you can say, though, defensively, still at an elite level in terms of his versatility.
One shot, gentlemen.
And Iguodala, no good on that one. Perhaps, Greg, the biggest asset Iguodala brings to a team is his ability to defend.
I mean, he just has great timing for when to go for the steal. I mean, he can still move his feet well and can guard anybody, but the versatility to guard point guards to power forwards is something that makes him special.
Livingston kicks to McCaw. Rebound by the Bulls. Last time in Oakland, they lost to the Warriors.
And that was an ugly loss for them last time playing these guys. And really, the rebounding differential was the key.
Yeah, it was very poor, their performance on the glass. And it wasn't the only reason they got blown out as badly as they did, but it was the biggest reason.
Here's McCaw. He's coming off a 16-point game against Cleveland. Back to Livingston. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. 17-point game. Kilpatrick passes to Lopez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Livingston kicks to Green. To the inside, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, 6'7", Sean Livingston still can get up there and rock the rim.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. When it comes, Brent, to the subject of intimidation, there are certain players who are just downright scary, intimidating to play against.
Insert one Rudy Gobert. I mean, has this guy in Utah not done a great job, Kevin, of manning up the middle in ways that we haven't seen for quite some time. Both him and Hassan Whiteside, along with DeAndre Jordan, those guys are pretty good down deep in the paint.
Absolutely. Catching up on the changes for Golden State. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Looney. Kevin Durant comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Now here's Levine. He's got 5.
Just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Thompson outside. Now Durant. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
Now here's Dunn. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Dunn dishes to Parker. He feeds it to Dunn. Lopez sets a screen for Dunn. And again, no good by Chicago.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Durant against Parker. Durant kicks to McCaw. The dish to Thompson. Golden State moving the ball around. The drive by Green. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And Draymond Green was asked if he would be a different player, Brent, if he wasn't so vocal. His response was that he absolutely would.
Well, he's 100% right. I played with Gary Payton in Seattle, and if he wasn't yapping, he wasn't playing as well. I would say that Draymond Green falls into that sort of category. He brings an edge, he brings an intensity, and that helps the other guys on the team settle into the roles that they feel most comfortable with.
First free throw is good. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about. To bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft, teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
Yeah, I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
The drive by Thompson. That one goes in. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Dunn passes to Holiday. Shoots from the line. That's short off the rim.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Dunn. Hangs. And that one's good by Lopez. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Green kicks to McCaw. Green, the screen. Durant dishes to Green. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Cousins. 11th in scoring, 13th in rebounding, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Stephen Curry's checked in for McCaw. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Durant. Now the Warriors moving it up. Shoots. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Durant. And 12 points for Steph Curry.
Yeah, if I won 2 MVPs, I think I'd be pretty confident too. Curry firing and draining.
There's a good screen. Lopez, a screen on Curry. And Holiday has it in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 5 rebounds tonight. Durant wide open. He fires. Nice open look, but it's no good. Outside Holiday. Good on the triple. Holiday's got 9.
And doing a much better job from three-point range than they were in the first. It's going to help them chip away at that lead.
Now here's Curry. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Cleveland.
Ball movement was critical in this game. It did not stick with any one player, so his passing was on point, and he really picked apart the defense.
Thompson with the bucket.
Thompson doing a good job of squaring himself up on that shot. Defended well, but still capable of nailing jumpers.
Thompson against Levine. Parker outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
You know, he didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Now here's Curry. He's got 12. He kicks it to Thompson. Pass to Cousins. On the wing, Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
And Clay ripping one down that time.
Bulls trail by 16. Dunn passes to Lopez. Lopez a screen. Holiday with it, guarded now by Durant. And Holiday kicks to Levine. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Cousins has got 6 rebounds in the game. Thompson dishes to Cousins. Thompson against Levine. Green the screen. It's Curry outside. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
They get it back, and that one's good. Parker.
If your small forward stays active like Jabari Parker did that time down low, you'll get second chance opportunities.
Screen by Cousins. Curry kicks to Cousins. Fade away. Doesn't go for him. Good D by Lopez. Bulls trail by 14. Dunn wide open. He fires. No good off the front iron.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Cousins no good.
Yeah, those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
Nobody near Parker. Nailed from three-point land. Parker's got 5 points in the quarter. Curry kicks to Durant. Lets it go with a 3. That shot missing. And in Chicago the other way. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Dunn passes to Parker. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Durant. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Durant's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Well, we know about the size, but it's about his touch. You let Kevin Durant get any space inside, and you can count it.
Chicago calls timeout. Well, for a long time, most media guides had Kevin Durant listed at 6'9". Most players and fans knew, Brent, that was dated information from when Durant first joined the league. He's clearly grown since entering the NBA.
It took a while for Kevin Durant to actually admit to the fact that he was 7 feet tall in shoes. So we finally have that tidbit of information that's so critical to whether or not Kevin Durant is a good player or a great player, right? I'm kidding, Kev.
It is. So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Back to Curry. 1:52 left to play here in the half. Out to West. From deep, Iguodala. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Nailed from three-point land. Kilpatrick's got 5.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Now here's Livingston. 9 points in the game so far. The shot by Curry, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Zipser's shot is off.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those.
Livingston dishes to Iguodala. Again, Iguodala missing. Bulls trail by 10. The pass to Portis. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. There's a screen. Off the pick. And it's Looney with the rebound.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Curry is inside. Working on Payne. Curry can't get it to go. And for the Bulls, they're shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Payne. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Kilpatrick. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Kilpatrick's got 5 points now in the quarter. And stolen by Payne. That shot missing. And that concludes the first half. Warriors lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. With Draymond Green, Draymond rebounding a bit of a struggle. How do you improve that?
Hit your man, get 5 guys to the boards. Guards get in there and clean up those boards that's loose, but our big guys got to hold our mans off, and we've been doing that this half.
We'll see if all 5 can get you more boards in that second half, Dre. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 12 points and 2 assists. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Bulls.
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And now the third quarter about to get going. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, and through 2 quarters, he's been lights out. And you know he's going to look to add to those totals.
And defensively, hard to force him out of the rhythm at this point because he has a number of ways with which he can beat you.
Bulls trail by 8. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Durant and Draymond Green, talented forward duo. And it's Cousins and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here is Curry after Jabari Parker made that last three-pointer. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Here's Green. Here's Cousins, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And DeMarcus Cousins, a big guy without a doubt, who can carry the offensive load for any team that he's playing on. He puts up some incredible numbers on some decent offensive efficiency, over 20 shots a game, though, the last few seasons.
And that one falls for Cousins. And for Cousins, one of the reasons he can carry a team on offense is how many different ways he can score.
Well, he does an amazing job of getting to the line. And a couple seasons in his career so far, Kevin, has been over 10 free throws a game. Those are easy points to put up on the board.
Now here's Parker. Over Green. They grab their own miss. Lopez. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Lopez has got 8.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
Here's Curry. Green with a screen on Holiday. Curry passes to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Cousins. It's good. At that basket, he's now 5 for 9.
Yeah, it's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Lopez a screen. Here's Holiday. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And Justin Holiday, one of the many Holiday siblings to play hoops.
Well, he's worked hard to get here, Kevin. Went undrafted and came up through the D-League and is capable, a long wing defender who maybe with some nuance and some time put in can become more of a 3-and-D guy in the NBA.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Brent, every team's looking for skilled bigs who can hit the 3, defend the perimeter, pull out other bigs. At what point do we start seeing 6'9", 6'10", 6'11" guards? I guess we're kind of getting a glimpse of that now.
Yes, with apologies to Magic Johnson and what he was able to do through his career with the Lakers. Those guys are all throughout the league already. I mean, we've already hit that mark, Kevin, where we're seeing some of these guys do extraordinary things in terms of their skill with the basketball in open space. Thank you, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and Brandon Ingram. I find it amazing, though, don't you?
I really do. And to say that the game is not better than it was, watching what these young players are capable of, and I'm just talking purely in terms of their skill. The game has come a long way. Happy to see it.
Here's Levine following the basket by Stephen Curry. Fires the 3. Holiday with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Cousins. That shot no good. Nice D from Levine. Kicks it to Dunn. Tries a 3. Here's Lopez. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and Greg get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but you know that could change. He says he's working on a 3-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brooke can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Here's Curry. He's got 14. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Back to Durant. Thompson in the corner. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Durant's got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, somebody's not communicating. Klay Thompson open at the 3-point line, not in the game plan.
Chicago calls timeout. And after Kevin Durant made his decision to leave the Oklahoma City Thunder, he instantly became one of the most polarizing players, it seemed, Greg, in the NBA.
Listen, Kevin Durant has always been a star in this league, but now he's become the story. It's something that he can handle but doesn't try to seek out. Was able to prove all the naysayers wrong and just having another amazing season.
And here is Dunn after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Holiday attacking, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. The Bulls have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Holiday.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Now here's Cousins. He's got 11, and there's the feed to Durant. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Man, this is where KD is so versatile. The defense playing him to shoot. He spots the open man, hits them with the perfect pass.
Bulls trail by 10. Outside, Levine. Dunn dishes to Parker. Here's Levine. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And Green gets it to go. And now it's a 12-point Warrior lead.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Dunn. Lopez a screen, and the call is going to be yes it is an illegal screen.
And he wasn't going to get away with that one. Still in motion when he set that screen.
Yeah, really trying to sell it out there, but the official just, he ain't buying.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Steph Curry. Durant kicks to Green. There's a screen. Back to Durant for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Durant's got 7.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Thompson against Levine. Passes it to Dunn. Here's the teardrop.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
Now here's Thompson. Good D by Lopez.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
On the wing, Thompson. Feeds to Cousins. That one wide left.
Now that's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Parker passes to Dunn. Levine kicks to Dunn. And it's Parker in the corner. Good on the three-point shot. Parker's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the 3rd for Chicago.
Parker scoring at a great clip right now, playing within the team's offensive schemes and taking some good quality shots.
Screen by Cousins. McCaw, the pass to Cousins. He used that pick to perfection. Cousins has got 9 points here in the second half.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Dunn kicks to Levine. Dishes to Dunn. Here's the screen. Screen by Parker. Here's Lopez. That shot no good. Nice D from Cousins. Warriors leading by 12. Here's McCaw. 5 points in the game. Thompson in the post. Guarded by Levine. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3. And Brent, something you have to praise Kerr for last season. He did an excellent job of bringing all that talent together and getting them on the same page. Not very easy with star players and big names.
Well, he had to tinker with the rotation a little bit, and then he had to also make sure that guys had confidence in their ability, and Steve was able to do that. The interesting part about all of that, Kevin, is that there were a lot of games that Steve was not there for. And for that kind of leadership, that kind of message to be sustained in the absence of your head coach, that should tell you all you need to know about just how solid the ground is for the Golden State Warriors.
That free throw good from Thompson.
And in just a few seasons, Klay Thompson has matured and established himself as the gold standard for the two-guard position in the NBA.
And he comes up with the deuce. Portis has got his first bucket of the night.
Not sure you can ask for a better look. He can make those shots while sleeping.
Livingston kicks to Cousins. He dishes it to Thompson. Back to Cousins. Stolen by Markkanen. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Payne kicks to Zipser. Here's Kilpatrick. And the Bulls another 3.
And we know he could drill that from there, even with defenders closing in.
Warriors leading by 10. Pick by West. Livingston kicks to McCaw.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Kevon Looney is checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Thompson. And here are the Warriors now. They led by as many as 18 points. McCaw kicks it to West. Clock at 6. Pass to Livingston. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Payne. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Payne grabs the board.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Now here's Livingston. 9 points in the game so far. He feeds it to Iguodala. Pick by West. Off the screen. And that one drops. Iguodala's got 7 points.
Iguodala is so skilled down low, playing his cards right that time and laying them on the table.
Pass to Kilpatrick. The tray. But they get it back. Here's Markkanen. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Here's McCaw. He has 5. Looney kicks to Iguodala. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Zipser's got his 3rd rebound on the night. To the wing on the left. Here's Markkanen. Off target from 3-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
McCaw misses, and the call will be against Patrick McCaw. That is his first foul of the game. Bulls trail by 10. Payne with it. They set the screen. Markkanen sets the pick for Payne. Here's Kilpatrick. All alone. David West grabs the miss. West has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Here's McCaw. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 7.
Really enjoy his work on the inside. The D was there, but helpless.
The dish to Markkanen. It's stolen by West. McCaw kicks to Iguodala. Buries it down low. Iguodala's got 4 points in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that 3-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Here's Portis, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's the floater. It's rebounded by Golden State. West has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lets it go from 14. A second chance effort over to the left wing. Livingston takes a big height bounce and goes in. Livingston's got 11.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
There's the pick. And the pass to Portis. Here's Zipser. Bulls moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Passes to Kilpatrick. All alone. He doesn't hit that one. And Golden State will go the other way with it. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Livingston with it. Working on Payne. And it goes down 2 points. And the Warriors lead by 18.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Pass to Portis. Kicks it to Markkanen. Pass to Kilpatrick. Drills the three-pointer.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Iguodala kicks to McCaw. Now the pass to Looney. Inside, they set the pick. Livingston, that's good.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Payne passes to Kilpatrick. And he sinks the shot coming off the strong pick. He's got 15.
He used that screen to perfection and got a wide open look to knock down the jumper.
Iguodala kicks it to Looney. Got it up. Misses. And so it's the Golden State Warriors riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Keep fighting, fellas. All right, one possession at a time. All right, how are we going to do it? Take care of the ball. Make sure we're getting back in transition. A lot of game left. All right, we'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
Fred Hoiberg encouraging his players to live in the moment. Don't worry about the score right now. Just keep plowing ahead.
Great point. You can't undo what's already been done. Just deal with what you can control, which is the next possession.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. They've got Markkanen. Portis is out there with Payne, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. It's good from long range.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
The feed to Livingston. He's feeling it, and it comes off the front of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's sent back by West. And here we go with Curry running it up the court. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
And you know Andre Iguodala, if he gets a few steps, takes off from the launching pad.
What is nice to see from Iguodala in the tail end of his career, Brent, is that he has actually gotten more efficient from the floor.
Well, Iguodala does a good job of picking and choosing his spots, and I think having the teammates that he has, drawing that kind of attention, guys like Curry, Durant, and certainly Klay Thompson from the perimeter, opens up opportunities that Iguodala just can read so very well. Doesn't need to be risky with anything he does offensively.
And that one falls for Iguodala. Well, we all know, Brent, you grew up in a real basketball environment. What affected watching your dad and competing against your brothers and being in that conversation at the dinner table have on the development of your playing style?
Well, I think first and foremost what comes to mind, Kevin, is just competing. And it wasn't just competing at basketball. It was wiffle ball in the backyard, soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring, Monopoly during the weekends. So anything we could get our hands on that had to do with the game, yeah, it was about that competition.
And what do you do now in retirement? Is there what do you find to just stimulate the competitive side?
Well, I beat my kids in Monopoly, I could tell you that.
Now, here's Dunn following the miss by Draymond Green. Dunn with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Lopez sets a screen for Parker, and it's sent back by West. Durant against Parker. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Offline with his three. Dunn kicks to Parker. Great D that time from Green.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
And here is Dunn following the three from Kevin Durant. Dunn dishes to Parker. He kicks it to Dunn. Screen by Parker. The wide open look here for Holiday. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. Picked by West. Here's Green. And the bucket counts. Three-point chance here.
Yeah, I think in his mind he knew the contact was coming, focused, stayed in control, and got it. How about last year, Draymond Green pulled off one of the more improbable and impossible statistical games. He had a triple-double with points not even being involved. First ever in the NBA. 4 points, 12 boards, 10 assists, and 10 steals. Wow.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Golden State. Klay Thompson comes in for Andre Iguodala. You know, Brent, thinking back to Draymond's triple-double, he also had 5 blocks in that game. He was 6 points away, in fact, from getting a quadruple-double, and 5 from getting a quadruple-double without points.
That's an unreal stat line, and probably a lot of people who still get newspapers, Kevin, looked at those numbers and thought, wow, the printing machine must be broken. That game was on another level, and to just have 4 points in that contest shows you that Draymond Green puts the emphasis on all the other things that he does so well.
Levine kicks to Holiday. Stolen by Durant. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Bulls trail by 16. Dunn kicks to Parker. Lopez a screen. 6 to shoot. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. No one covering.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And the wide open shot from Green. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Chicago has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Lopez passes to Levine. Now here's Dunn, guarded by Curry. It's Parker outside. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Screen by Cousins. Curry dishes to Green. A three-pointer, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Dunn misses.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
Now here's Thompson, stolen by Holiday. Lopez a screen. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 15. Here's Levine. Second chance shot, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good. The Warriors have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Curry kicks to Green. Outside Durant. Out to Thompson. 5 to shoot. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 17 points for Klay Thompson.
Man, Klay Thompson, when he gets moving like this, big things happen.
It's Parker outside. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound.
Man, if he's missing those kind of good looks, his team is in some serious trouble.
Feeds it to Green. Green, the screen, and Parker with the block.
How about the reach from Parker? Extends his arms way up that time to get the block. Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
There's the pick. Lopez, a screen on Curry. Levine for 3. Warriors with the rebound.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Now here's Curry. With the premium placed and outside shooting, Brent, plus defensive rules that lessen the need to defend in isolation. Will we see guys playing for more years than ever before? Less wear and tear because there's less of it inside in games.
You know, it's a great point, Kevin. I think that you're right about that. I also think that whatever we're doing off the court in terms of the players with nutrition and training regimen, that's going to be another reason why we'll see players be very effective well into their late 30s and sometimes into their early 40s, which is about my limit, Kev. I'm still effective at 45.
You are. Very effective at 45. And he makes the first.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Both free throws good from Green.
Just how important is Draymond Green and the grit that he plays with for this Golden State Warrior team? That edge is something that they feed off of.
Now here is Holiday. They set the pick. Parker up top to halt the run. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Parker's got 20 points. Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry from downtown. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
Well, he now has 4 3-pointers this game, guys, 2 in each half. He's really spacing out the floor for his teammates.
Dunn passes to Levine. Dishes it to Parker. Lopez sets a screen for Levine. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Well, that screen wasn't quite as effective as it could be. However, they find a way to get it done. Credit to Shooter for overcoming that aggressive defense.
Now here's Cousins. Curry on the wing. Stolen by Levine. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Dunn. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Now here is Holiday. Parker sets the screen for Holiday. And it's Parker in the corner. Here's Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's a double-double for him now. 11 points and 15 rebounds. Curry dishes to Durant. Green, the screen. Back to Durant. Lets it go with a 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 7th assist here tonight. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and Steph Curry, you know, maybe not putting up the numbers he did from that impressive MVP campaign, but he is still one of the most feared players in the league on offense. And when he wants to, he can take over a game, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Stephen Curry.
He deserves a lot of credit, but the D they played on him deserves a little bit of the blame as well. Even when he got hot, they didn't do enough, I don't think, to try and cool him off. And they've been passive when they've needed to be aggressive. And boy, did he make them pay.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. They double him with Green. Here's Lopez. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And that's really using the double team against the defense there and creating that pinpoint passing to attack.
Durant kicks to Cousins. Thompson in the corner. Back to Cousins. Takes the 13-footer and another basket for Golden State.
We're always impressed when big guys show some touch. Well, mark me impressed.
Dunn kicks to Holiday. Cousins against Lopez. To the middle. Here's Holiday. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
The screen from Thompson. So, Brent, less than 0.1% of NBA fans bother to vote for the All-Star game. Do you think the league should devise a different way to choose the players for that big midseason event?
I'd really like, again, this is an area, Kevin, that the league has done a great job of being a bit progressive with the way they've changed the All-Star balloting. 50% of the vote now going to the fans, 25% to the players, and 25% to the media. It's a way to make sure that guys who are having tremendous seasons are recognized both by their peers and their media rather than the fans getting ahead of some marketing scheme. So this has been addressed.
Perfect. Chalk up 2 there. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And when it's all said and done here, this will mark their 38th W on the year.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. He took good advantage of that screen.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
Now here's Durant. Thompson outside. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, DeMarcus. Congrats on the win. We know how intense you are on the floor, but it looked like tonight maybe you're having a little fun out there.
That's the thing. I'm just trying to come out here and have fun. I got a lot going for myself, and I'm too blessed to be out here frowning all the time. So I'm going to try to keep a smile on my face.
Well, it's a good look for you, man. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.